On a recent trip to my local thrift store, I was lucky enough to put my hands on one of these. This is the Simplicity Side Winder, and what it is it's actually an external bobbin winder for use with machines that either don't have a working bobbin winding facility, or it comes in useful if you want to wind bobbins while your machine's in use. Now it says on the bottom of the box that there are a few machines that it won't work with, which left me with a little bit of a question. What machines will it work on? My name's Ollie, this is Simply Stitchy, and that's the question we're answering in today's video. What bobbins can you wind on this external bobbin winder? Come on, let's get into it. This device can be used on battery or on mains power. Now I'm not going to be using it on battery today because I find that it's a little bit underpowered. Now that could be because this is a slightly older model, I picked it up from a thrift store, or it could be that I'm using rechargeable batteries, and a lot of gadgets like this don't actually like rechargeable batteries. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it on the mains option. I've got a few different bobbins that we're going to be testing it out on today. We have the class 15 bobbins, both metal and plastic. We have a class 221 bobbin, and we have the class 66. This is the bobbin out of a Singer Touch and Sew, and this particular style of bobbin isn't going to fit on the external bobbin winder, and the main reason for that is because if you have a look at the centre of the bobbin, it doesn't have a hole in the middle like the other bobbins do. If you have a touch and sew machine or any of the modern machines that use similar bobbins like this, you'll find that this type of external bobbin winder isn't going to work for your machine. The first thing that we're going to need to do is obviously get the bobbin winder loaded with thread. So we put a spool of thread on the spool stand. There's a little thread guide just here that the thread needs to go through, and we take it around the tension discs here, and then we need to grab a bobbin. First up we have the metal class 15 bobbin. Now you can find these on Singer 15s, Singer 15 clones, and some of the front loading 15 class sewing machines that are available today. What we do is, just as you would if you were winding this on your sewing machine, you just pop the thread through one of the holes on the top of the bobbin. Now if you look closely at the actual bobbin winder, there's a little metal hook type clip on the top. If you look at the bobbin, there's a little groove. Now what you need to do is you need to line the groove of the bobbin up with that metal pin. The next thing that you want to do is this little white lever here. You need to push that up against the bobbin, and then it's just a simple case of pushing the on button and making it go. Now to stop, this is something that I didn't notice that it mentioned in the instructions. You actually need to move this away from the bobbin rather than push the red button again. That's winding on a metal class 15. Next up we have the plastic class 15 bobbin. Now this bobbin actually came with my Janome QC 6260, Jerome as I call him, but you'll find these kinds of bobbins in lots of modern day top loading machines and some of the older top loading machines. Again, what you need to do is, you see the little groove on the top of the bobbin, the little notch there, that needs to match up to the metal bit of wire bit like a pin sticking out of the bobbin stand, and just as you would if you were winding this on your sewing machine, you need to put the thread through the hole in the top of the bobbin. Let's see how it gets on with the plastic bobbin. There you go, class 15 plastic bobbin. Now there is another style of class 15 plastic bobbin, and that's this one. You'll notice that this has actually got 2 holes in the top. The squarer of the 2 holes is the one that lines up with the metal pin on the bobbin winder, and the little round hole is the one that you put the thread through. So this machine works well with 3 of the different styles of class 15 bobbins. Now this bobbin is a 221 class, and these are for Singer featherweights, the 221, the 222, and you'll also find that these are the bobbins that are used in a Singer 301. And the difference between these and a class, whoops-a-daisy, and a class 15 bobbin is they're slightly bigger, but you'll also notice that the 221 is flatter. Another thing that you'll notice is there isn't a notch on the inner circle of this bobbin, which is going to make it a little bit difficult to fit the bobbin onto the bobbin winder. In fact, because there isn't a little groove, it won't go on, so you won't be able to use this particular external bobbin winder if your machine takes a 221 bobbin. Next up we have the class 66. I've got a metal one and a plastic one. These are the bobbins that you'll find in Singer 66, Singer 99 and the Singer 201. The metal style fits into the older vintage top loading machines, and this plastic one fits into the later top loading Singer machines, Singer Stylist 476 for instance. We'll try the metal 66 first. You'll notice again there's no notch, so if we try and put that on the bobbin winder, it won't go past this little metal pin. So if your machine takes a metal class 66 bobbin, you might find that the external bobbin winder won't work for your machine. If we try the plastic Singer 66 for a minute, if you can see that it has a bit of a groove there, so let's see how we get on. There you go. Just hold on to that for a moment. Line the groove up with a little metal pin. There we go, it goes on. It was a little bit of a tighter fit than the class 15s, but it has gone on. We'll move the lever back into place and let's see if it'll wind the bobbin. There's a 66 and it has wound it. It's quite nicely wound too, but it was a little bit of a tighter fit on that bobbin stand. What we found out today is that this external bobbin winder works with metal class 15s, plastic class 15s and plastic class 66 bobbins. In order for one of this style of external bobbin holder to work with your sewing machine, you need to make sure that your machine takes bobbins that have that little groove, so you can actually get them onto this bobbin stand. Although I got this one from a thrift store, you can still buy these gadgets new, so I will put a link in the description box for you. It is an Amazon link. I'm an Amazon affiliate. It doesn't cost you any extra to use those links, but I do get a little bit of a referral fee if you do use it, and it helps me and supports this channel. In fact, I'm using the Amazon referrals at the moment to go towards funding a new camera and lighting system, so if you do choose to use the links, you'll be helping me make better videos for you in the future. If Amazon's not your thing, I know it isn't everybody's. I also have a Ko-fi link in the description box, or you could also donate through the super thanks button, which is just underneath this video screen. Every little helps and I really appreciate it. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and why not consider checking out some of the other videos I've got on my channel using these links coming up any minute now, or the ones I'll put in the description box for you. And why not consider subscribing to my channel so that YouTube can send you a notification every time I upload a video. Whichever video you go and check out next, I'd like to see you back here for the next one. And in the meantime, whatever you're sewing it with, embrace your creativity and have fun. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.